What's going on, guys? So, another problem that I've been realizing, or I've really realized it throughout my journey in the past 5 years, and that has to be seeing videos like this on social media and recognizing things about yourself, but just simply not doing anything about it. I mean, if you're on the entrepreneurial side of Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, right? You're constantly getting these motivational videos, these like calling you out videos where they're like, oh, you're so procrastinated because you do this, 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 and this, right? And, you know, you watch these videos, no different than I watch these videos, right? But the difference is, like, there's a 5-step process that we all have to go through before we truly master that problem within ourselves. Now, with most of the problems that I would say are on social media, I'm at step 5, you know, in terms of procrastination, in terms of all of these kinds of things, right? Now, let me pull it up here. Let me actually give you the 5 steps of solving these problems. That way you can do it yourself, you know what I mean? This is what I use. This is what, you know, all of my clients use. This is just the method for overcoming these issues. The first step is watching a video like this online. You watch the video like this online, you relate to it, all of these other things, and you realize you have this problem. Doesn't matter what the problem is. I mean, for example, I have a ton of problems here. You fear failure too much, overthink everything, lack self-accountability, all of these kinds of things, procrastinate, don't believe in yourself, all of this stuff, right? Now, a lot of us watch these videos every fucking day, but we don't ever make a difference, make a change to solve this problem. You know you're uncomfortable with yourself. You know you're not jacked. You know you're not this, whatever. Like me right now, I honestly feel a little fat. I mentioned that in a couple of videos ago. However, since then, I've worked on it. All of my lifts have went up in a week. Don't know how the fuck I did that after lifting for what? This is 4 years of me lifting now. I don't know how the fuck I did that, but I'm not complaining either. Broke a mental barrier, realized that everything's fucking light, and now I've put 10 pounds on majority of my lifts. I went from curling 35s top set to 45s top set. I went from benching 75 for 6 to last night I did 80s for 8. Okay, that's just to name a few. Not to mention I went up in all of my tricep exercises, all of my back exercises. Back is one of the hugest ones. I went from doing 130 in my back exercises, for example, lat pull down and cable row, and now I'm doing 160. In a fucking week, bro. Like, I just broke the barriers. Bam, 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 bam. Shit's light, shit's easy. That's the method, right? But let me take you back through this, and then I'll go ahead and break down every single one, right? So the 5 parts of the journey to overcome any of these problems. The first one is realization. You realize that you have the problem, right? The next is something I like to call, you can call it whatever you want. I call it a bullet change, or like a fast change, or whatever, right? Bullet change is my way of saying it. And that is where you realize you have this problem, and that is your first step against taking it. You take all of this type of action, you go through all of these things, you beat down on yourself, all of this stuff, quickly too. Like, this is in the matter of a couple weeks to a month. It's like that. There's these videos out there where we have like these 3 a.m. thoughts as dudes where we just clean our entire fucking room and try to do something, you know? It's like that. That's exactly what it is. You realize that you're a piece of shit, you're living like a piece of shit, and then you try to solve every single problem you realize, every single problem that you identified at once. That's not how that works. You can't. Now, the next step of that is realization again. You realize that you have to break it down and go deeper to solve these problems. You can't just take like insignificant action and think that that's going to change anything. It's not. If you know your problems and you don't sit there and identify, for example, why you have that problem, what that problem did to you, and everything else. I mean, I have this list here that I wrote down yesterday. Not even for this video, this was for a client because this has to do with my social media strategy. But if you don't master and fully understand the problem you face, then you cannot put it in a way that will move anybody else, okay? So why did you have the problem? What were you avoiding? What did you change to move forward? All of these kinds of things are crucial when it comes to solving that problem. That's just for yourself. Now, I obviously use this for my clients and things because we take them through their story, and that's one of the reasons why they buy, okay? But off that topic, next one is personal development. This is where you did your research and you took calculated action to solve these problems, okay? And this is where you're making progress for the first time. You're starting to make progress and solve these problems for the first time because now you've realized them, you took that insignificant action, you realized that you took the insignificant action, you took the time to self-reflect and analyze all of these problems, and now you're gonna change properly. Now, next step, once you figured out what you changed and how you overcame this problem within yourself, which for some people, it can take you a week to solve a problem. For others, it can take them a fucking year to get through procrastination, to get through this, to get through fapping, to get through this, to get through that. You know what I mean? Any type of vices, addiction, anything. There's so many different problems that we face as human beings. And here are some examples, right? Heartbreak, quitting vices, all types of family issues, emotional issues, financial issues, hard times in general where you're just down on yourself. Why are you so down on yourself? Ask yourself these questions. This shit is going to help you move forward. This is what I do myself. This is what, like I said, this is what I do. This is what all my clients do. This shit helps, okay? This shit helps. All right? Now, the next thing is simply the fact that once you solve all these problems, you can now share your story and begin to predict it in others, right? So this is where I'm at with most of these problems. With all of these problems on this paper, a matter of fact, there's 25 problems here, okay? All of these problems I have faced multiple times over, I have mastered, and I now no longer struggle with. Now in my last video, if I post that video first, you guys will see that I still struggle with certain things to this day. It is a constant improvement of myself. However, every single time I have a problem, that video is me literally going through this process with you on the freaking video. On the video. Now, it doesn't sound like that considering I'm talking to myself, but I'm making these videos, and as I'm speaking about it, I'm solving the problem in real time within myself. I now know what I need to do to take a step forward. I now know why I was doing all of those things. Now, I didn't say why in that video, I don't believe, but if you are to sit down and talk about these problems, like for example, we can talk about me right now. I was addicted to weed, I was addicted to nicotine. I mean, I still do nicotine, of course, but vaping specifically, okay? All of that kind of stuff, and I couldn't get rid of it until I realized that it's just simply holding me back. Now, why was I doing it? Just to take you guys through an example here, why was I doing it? Well, I was doing it to cope with myself because I wasn't taking any of the steps, I wasn't taking any of the action I needed to be taking. And these were the times when I was like, okay, sick. I failed 13 dropshipping stores at the beginning, okay? And throughout that time, I was doing this every single night. I would go, get freaking fried, okay? And I would sit here at night up until like 3 a.m. and I would work on my websites. I would work on my funnels, my email marketing, everything else. I was setting everything up perfect. But guess what that did? Me smoking weed made me insecure within myself, made me less confident within myself. So then when it came time to run ads and when it came time to put the actual investment first and go ahead and do it, I struggled. I couldn't take that step. I would build these stores, run ads for a week, not see results, and quit, okay? That's what I was doing over and over and over again. Now, for example, I've built businesses where I haven't made money for 3 months, have made 20K in this amount of months, have made this in this amount of months, okay? And I'm okay with it now because I know that there's a certain part of me that has to develop in order for that to catch up, okay? And now, when I'm looking at it for my clients, I can tell when they have vices that are holding them back, when they are letting other people control their life too much, when they are letting all of these things happen, because I've been through all of them and I have analyzed every single problem. And now, when you're analyzing these problems, just to give you guys some actionable steps here to go ahead and take control of your life and solve all of these issues, what I want you to do is take down a pen and paper like this and write it fucking down, right at the top. Procrastination. Okay, why do I procrastinate? Well, you probably procrastinate because you're avoiding the work, okay? Plain and simple, you're avoiding the work. Now, why are you avoiding the work? Is the work hard? Do you not know what you're doing? Or are you fearing failure? Now, my procrastination in the dropshipping stores came when I was procrastinating the simple task, such as product freaking, my product descriptions, okay? I would procrastinate those because back in the day, I used to just tell myself I was a bad writer. I used to tell myself that I couldn't write copy. I used to tell myself all of these things. And now that I'm moving forward, I then just took it, realized I was good at writing, started fucking writing. I stopped thinking and started writing. Like, that was the basic principle that solved that problem. I stopped thinking, I started writing. Because I made up all of these constructs in my brain that are just going to hold me back from solving this problem, that are going to hold me back from getting that product description done, typing it up, and simply putting it live. And then when I did do it, and I did my record day, and I did everything else, I was like, God damn, if it was that easy the whole time, and my brain was just the only thing holding me back because I wasn't confident in myself running ads, I wasn't confident in the fact that I was a good writer, so I used to think that all of the copy on all of my pages was shit, when it wasn't. But I was self-critiquing myself, like, without fucking even thinking about it, without even knowing what I'm supposed to do. I was just out here like, damn, you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck at sales. You suck at this. You can't do this. Instead of being like, okay, let me learn how to do this. Okay, let me try, and if I fail, I'm gonna get better. Like, there's a certain mindset flip that happens there when you realize that you truly are good at it, or maybe you realize that you're not, okay? You're not good at it. So now you have to take the time to get better. See, I watched so many videos and I paid people to teach me how to write these descriptions and how to set up these stores and how to set up my copy. That's what I did. That's what I did. That mixed with action solved my problem, okay? I didn't know what to do and I wasn't taking action towards it. So I have two options. I can either pay someone to fix this problem, okay, and teach me about it, which I did. And I can also, before I paid people actually, because I was a frugal piece of shit, before I paid people, I just took action, okay? And all of those stores failed, right? Because I would get a couple sales a day, whatever the case may be, but I was still negative with my ad spend over time, all day, every day. Run the store for a month and run out of money. Why? Because it's not profitable. Because all of this shit wasn't converting the way it was supposed to. So now I solved the problem, paid somebody else, they helped me make a better converting page, helped me highlight the product the way I needed to highlight it and not say the benefits and all this other shit, not give me like a product description and actually start to give you like a, okay, here's why you need to buy this. Because that's the shit that helped. So guys, when you are solving a problem in your life, I want you to take some notes on it. I want you to analyze it, because the moment you zoom out and realize you have this problem is the moment you need to start taking calculated actions. Not insignificant random actions everywhere, you know? You just start doing shit. You just wake up, you get on your computer and you're just like going to the gym because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You find yourself in the gym for 3 hours. Not because you don't know what to do. You know what to do, but you're just constantly trying to beat this insecurity with action and force when that's not how that happens. There's a certain balance between action and knowledge. That is success. So guys, hope this video helped. A lot of my videos from here forward are, like I said, in that last video, if I posted first, a lot of my videos going forward are going to be me talking about problems I've faced myself, problems I'm currently facing, things I'm currently facing in my business as I am starting and growing this new consulting side, and you guys will see it all the way through. You guys will see it. I will give away a lot of the knowledge that I use to grow this business as well. So if any of you guys are looking to grow a business, looking to do this stuff, then please subscribe, because I'm going to give away all of my stuff as I succeed in this, not to mention the fact that I've succeeded for so many other people, okay? So go ahead, subscribe. I'm going to help you break all your mental barriers, do all of these things, and I'm going to do it no better way to do it than through my own experience, all right, guys? So see you in the next one.